Everyone, in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can download and install the Android Studio for your specific platform, whether you are using a Mac, Windows, or a Linux machine. So here you can see that I entered this URL inside the search bar of my web browser, developer.android.com here, and then you will be guided to this page. So here you just need to click on Get Android Studio. And now here it says Android Studio, the official IDE for Android. So you can see this button here, it says download Android Studio for Mac. Because I am using a Mac machine here, it is actually showing me this option here, right? So you can see that if you're using other machines, you can click on download options. And here you can see that we have Android Studio for Windows 64-bit, here Android Studio bundle. And we have Android Studio for Windows 32-bit. We have Android Studio for Mac, and we have Android Studio for Linux. Okay, so here, for example, if I click on Android Studio, here download Android Studio, you just need to click on, it's going to actually show you this page here. It's going to show you this window. And here I need to check this option. I have read and agree with the above terms and conditions. Make sure to actually read these terms and conditions here. And then you can click on download Android Studio for Mac. So here it's going to download the Android Studio for me. So I have already downloaded the Android Studio, so I don't need to download it again. So here it's going to actually show me, you can see that it says, it's going to show me how I can download and install the Android Studio on my Mac, right? So here it's, you can actually enter this URL, developer.android.com/studio/install.html. So you can see this option here, right? It says instructions for Mac, Windows, and Linux. First, I'm going to show you the instructions for Mac, and then I'm going to show you the instructions for Windows, and then finally the Linux. So let's choose Mac. And here, if I play this video here, let me make this video larger so you can see that it's going to actually show us how we can download, how we can actually install the Android Studio. So it's going to show us this option here, and we just need to click on OK. So let's wait. And now here we just need to click on Next, Standard, Finish, and it's going to download the required stuff. And now we just need to click on Finish. So now the Android Studio is ready to be used. Okay, so this is the instructions for the Mac. Let me show you the instructions for Windows. So here, I just need to play this video. And here, we just need to double click on the exe file of Android Studio and then click on Next. Here, you can see that you just need to actually check all these options, Android SDK and Android Studio virtual device. Okay, so just click on Next, click on I agree. And here, we can specify the path that you are going to actually save the Android Studio. So make sure that there is no actually space. There is no space between the words of the path of the SDK. Okay, so just click on Next, and here click on Install. So now it's going to actually install the Android Studio on your machine. Now just click on Next, and here Start Android Studio. Click on Finish. So here just click on OK. And now the Android Studio is open, so just click on Next. And here choose Standard, Next, Finish. And now it's gonna actually download some stuff from the internet. So let's wait a little bit here. So make sure that you actually have an internet connection when you are downloading or when you're actually installing the Android Studio. So just let's click on Finish. So now Android Studio is ready to be used. Let me show you the actually instructions for Linux. So here we can see that we have some instructions in order to install the Linux version of Android Studio. So here we just need to click on actually play the video, and you can see the instructions here. Okay, so that's it. So now I think that's enough for this tutorial. And if you have any questions about actually installing Android Studio on your machine, please post a discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.